The federal government says funds donated by the private sector towards fighting coronavirus are meant for development of healthcare infrastructure and cannot be used to provide palliatives during lockdown. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, gave the explanation on Tuesday when he featured on a Radio Nigeria program, Politics Nationwide, monitored by the News Agency of Nigeria. Mohammed was responding to comments from Nigerians requesting that part of the billions of naira being donated by public-spirited individuals and private institutions should be shared to the people to cushion the effects of the extended lockdown. The minister said that the Presidential Task Force for the Control of Coronavirus was neither with the money nor in control of it and could not share a penny from the fund to anyone. The private sector donors are not giving any cash to the federal government and they have made this clear to the people. They said they will support the fight against the pandemic by asking governments where they want healthcare infrastructure to be provided. What government has done is to request them to build a 30-bed isolation ward and a 10-bed intensive care until each units, care units in each state in the country. In addition, the federal government has given them a list of equipment and commodities that will also be needed. Therefore, the issue of using their donations to provide palliative cannot arise, he said. Mohammed further stated that in addressing the issue of palliative, every country adopted peculiar strategy that was workable and acceptable. He said the Nigerian was leading and remains the best in the whole of Africa in the area of provision of palliative to citizens as the world battles the scourge. The minister said that the federal government had taken a lot of measures to cushion the effects of COVID-19 on Nigerians, including food distribution, cash transfers, and loans repayment waivers. You recall that on March 18th, government reduced the price of petroleum from 145 naira per litre to 125 naira per litre, with that reduction going further down to 123.50 kobo naira per litre. The minister added that President Muhammadu Buhari had directed a 3-month repayment moratorium for all trader money, market money, and farmer money loans, as well as federal government-funded loans issued by the Bank of Industry, Bank of Agriculture, and the Nigeria Export-Import Bank. He said that the interest rate for intervention fund had been slashed from 9 to 5%, while the CBN put aside 50 billion naira fund to help SMEs. Mohammed said that to cushion the effects of the lockdown, satellite towns around Lagos and Abuja were being given relief materials while the vulnerable and those in IDP camps are being taken care of. He said that beside the 2-month payment of conditional cash transfer monthly stipend, the president ordered that the social register be expanded from 2.6 million households to 3.6 million households in the next 2 weeks. The minister said that the president had set up a ministerial committee to ensure the economy adopted to the new reality and another body to minimize the impact of the pandemic on the 2020 farming season. NAN reports that apart from the $30 million, about 11.4 billion naira recently donated by the NNPC and 33 of its partners, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has said that monetary contributions by the private sector coalition against COVID-19 has totaled up to about 15 billion naira. According to its spokesperson, Isaac Okorafor, the fund, domiciled in an account set up under the COVID, has so far received donations from 37 donors, including individuals, banks, and other corporate organizations. Details of the contribution show that the CBN and Aliko Dangote Foundation contributed 2 billion naira each. Abdul Samad Rabiu, BUA Sugar Refinery, Segun Agbaye GTB, Tony Elumelu UBA, Oba Otukedu First Bank, Jim Ovia Zenith Bank, Abbas Wigwe Access Bank, and Femi Otedola and of Amperian Power Distribution donated 1 billion naira cash to the relief fund. So guys, you've heard from the federal government saying that the private donations made concerning or towards this COVID-19 will not be spent on as palliatives, that they are going to be using it to build infrastructure as far as health sector is concerned. Then you will now ask yourself that what have they been doing all this while? So if these people do not donate money, so what have we been doing, or what have they been doing? Not we, because they are the ones in charge. What have they been doing to our health sector, our education sector? What have they been doing? The only thing you see them is for them to see travel. They don't believe in this country. They will see travel to other countries for, what is it called, for medical tourism, medical vacation, medical treatment, and what have you. You see them. So the question is that what have they been doing as a government? Nothing in place. Nothing in place. Of course, it's a good idea if I thought they don't want to share the money, but the issue is that at the end of the day, what are they going to be doing? At the end of the day, are we not going to be hearing stories? And now they are beginning to count Lagos to those who have been, of course, he just said satellite town. Is satellite town just representing the only area in Lagos that they are talking about? You know, when you have people who do not know how governance works, and that is what you get. That is what you get, because when we don't deal with little things, when they become so big, it will be so difficult for us to handle such things, because all of this is that the one that are going to be talking about, oh, forget it, does not matter, no, that is not our problem for the now. But I don't know what you think, guys, that the money will not be shared to the Nigerian people, that it's going to be meant for infrastructure, medical infrastructure in this country. And like I always ask, that the president who has so much enjoyed him being treated outside this country, because he does not believe in this country. He is not, as far as this country is concerned, is not patriotic. As far as healthcare is concerned, is not patriotic. He spent how many days, how many months in a foreign hospital, yet he came back. He could not even say, because of that, let me even do something. If it is only the healthcare sector that I'm going to be handling, I'm going to be completing at the end of the day. It's something. But what do we have? Nothing on ground, nothing in place. Aso Rock hospital, nothing in place, nothing to write home about. And you can see this kind of a people. Of course, let's hear what Nigerians are saying, because so that it won't just start saying from our own corner alone. Someone say, okay, any government official that steals any of that cash, his or her entire generation will be wiped out untimely in Jesus' name. Amen. Case closed. That's what somebody's saying here. And the person is Ini Etim. Another says, then anybody that will eat that money is bringing curse upon himself and his entire generations unborn. Selfish people. Someone says, COVID-19 handle all of you. That comment is inhuman from the Minister of Information. If you ask people to stay indoors, what do you intend they eat or feed on within 2 weeks? Please, sir, let's be reasonable. It's unfair and uncalled for. The government can use the money as palliative measure to the citizen, as hunger is another virus that can kill, of which the National Executive Council can never lack of feeding. So, my minister, let the money go to the citizen, because this is how it started in Italy. Another says, Mr. Liar, this money is from the people, by the people, and for the people. Get your head examined, okay? I lie, the money is meant for the people, not to build hospital. Shift make I faint. More actions than words, please, sir. God bend your lie lip basket man. Shebi you sabi government don't share 2 billion naira to Nigeria. Another person says here that so without the fund, government cannot build healthcare centers for the victim of coronavirus? A good question there. So without donation, Nigerian government cannot build good hospitals for the citizens. Nothing will no go here for this country. It's really pathetic. It's really pathetic. So government cannot afford to build hospitals for the citizens. They are now at the mercy of wealthy individuals and corporate organizations. Mr. Lai Mohammed, you and your government should put your heads in between your legs on shame. So guys, let us hear your opinion. They said the money donated by individual and corporate organizations will not be shared as palliatives, that the money will be used to build hospitals and health infrastructure. What do you think? Leave your comment below and let's have your take. Thank you.